What's up? What's up? It's me. Coming back to you alive and in color. I'm here with another one of my lovely clients. Her name is Mel. Big Mel. Say hey, Mel.
Hi.
So, can you tell them what Mel has been my client like, y'all? God. For a very long time. Very long time. We're not even gonna go to the lengthwise of how long we've been together, but we've been rocking with each other for a good little minute now. And she is a neuro.
So I work in the field of neurophysiology.
Okay. So what does that entails?
So there are several subcategories. It can be anything from surgical neuromonitoring, where you monitor nervous system, doing different types of surgeries. Epilepsy monitoring, where you're looking at seizure focus. So you're essentially looking at EEGs, either outside of surgery or during a surgery as well. It involves nerve conduction studies, which I don't do.
You don't do that?
No. I never, I just never got into it.
Okay, that's understandable. What college did you go to?
So in undergrad, I went to the wonderful University of Clemson.
Boo. Carolina.
Which we're playing right now. Hopefully we'll be successful today.
Okay.
Carolina's where? Home.
That's where home at, but Clemson has your heart.
Yes.
Okay. So on my podcast, YouTube channel, whichever one you want to be, whichever way y'all looking at it, I like to really go in and just like ask questions from a business standpoint and how does it goes with your life and where you're at in your, in your career, transitional eras or anything like that. So we're just gonna have just a general conversation. Nothing too major, nothing too serious, because I can be goofy at times, but let's just go into it. So, how long would you say it took you to get to your desired salary?
So that's tricky.
Okay.
I wasn't your typical employee coming in, because of my background coming into the field of neurophys. I have a bachelor's in public health and the doctor of chiropractic. So I probably came in at I know I came in at a higher rate.
Okay.
So
could higher rate, that could be high six figures or mid six figures or just beginner level?
So it was not mid six figures.
No. No, it was not me. You wish it was me? It could have been. If just a little bit longer, but
right. So in that space, if you hit the mid six figures, that's because you're doing complex surgical cases. And what I mean by complex, you're brain mapping, and you're pretty much that person on your team who is the go-to. It may be one other person who does that. Okay. So that's in that area.
So with the information, everything that you got now, could you start your own business with it?
Oh yes, a lot of people definitely have started their own services because it's one of those slightly unregulated fields where people pop up intraoperative monitoring and EEG businesses all the time. And I'm currently working with a group right now where I go out and I market their services to different providers. So luckily I've traveled around the great country for a while.
Okay.
So I know a lot of people from different specialties like psych or neuro or chiropractic. And with this particular company, there's different testing you can do, cognitive testing, as well as testing for traumatic brain injuries. Say a person has either had a injury from maybe an accident or a fall, or they also test for precursors for dementia and Alzheimer's, And they also look at the concussion space, which is a big thing, of course, with football and different other sports. So I do a little marketing and sales for a company.
Okay. With the type of job that you have now,
Mm-hmm.
is it hard on your social life because you are a high value earner?
No, I wouldn't say it's hard on my social life. I may choose not to do certain things
Mm-hmm.
that I used to do.
Okay.
So it's just, growth.
Girl.
You're just choosing not to do certain things.
Okay. What would you say has been one of your biggest challenges? Not only because I know you and where we're from, because we're from a very small area.
Mhm.
Y'all, me and Mel literally went to the same school, but she is older than me. Y'all can't tell, but she looks good for her age. Okay, I'm not gonna tell her age. That's none of y'all business, because I ain't tell y'all my age.
Oh, goodness.
Okay. But in our small town, people will get really complacent and they'll get stuck and they won't venture out. And sometimes that can be hard on us because we can see the potential in people, but they choose to stay for comfortability, or they choose to stay because they're scared to try something new and try something different. So, like, I guess when you meet different people, like, because I know that you probably have been in the rooms with high six-figure earners, seven-figure earners, especially with the company that you do sales with sometimes. How did that inspire you as a black woman that's in, I guess it would be kind of in the science world?
Mhm.
How did that affect you? And, like, do you get motivated by that, or you get no motivation by that? Like,
Oh, I'm definitely motivated. And you see, I deal with a lot more minority males than anything.
okay.
And, it kind of lets you see the opportunities are there if you apply yourself. And if you get out of your comfort zone and just hold conversations with people who may not necessarily look like you. Sometimes they will connect you with the right individuals or put you in the right rooms to talk to different people. And I've never been shy to talk to strangers. I've always been one of those people born in a small city but love the big city.
Right.
So
You was meant to be a big city girl.
just because
Come on, my big city girl.
just because, like, I remember when I was living in New York, yes, it was huge, but I used to tell people, you do not have to move at the pace of New York. You can be there and just be in your own world
Right.
and force people to move at your pace.
Right.
Yeah.
Adapt.
Yes. Adapt to who you are versus you adapting to the area.
But you've got to think about that. Sometimes that can be hard because, like you said, everybody's not a strong individual when they're in a small town, because they only see the vision of the small town mentality. So with you moving to New York, that's almost like a culture shock for you in a sense. Even though you had the mindset of a New Yorker or a North person, I know there had to still be moments where you were just like, what is this? This is...
I'm trying to think, honestly, no, it was the best time.
Oh, it was the best time of your life?
Best time of my life. No,
How old were you then?
I was in my 30s, 30s. So, yes, I can't say that I was shocked by anything there. I was ready for it. Like, it was one of those things where when I was a young person, I said I was going to live in New York one day. So I was already mentally
Preparing.
going there.
Okay.
So,
So, what is a mistake that you feel like you made early on in your career that would have got you farther than where you're at right now? Now, I want you to think about this question for a second. Pause. We doing feathered?
yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Sorry, a little intermission, but go ahead.
Okay.
So, like, what is a mistake that you know you made on like you made early on that you realized like, oh my God, I wish I wouldn't have did this so that I would have been in a better position. Now, for me, and I'll go first while you ponder because I want to make sure.
I got it. Yes.
Oh, you got it.
Go ahead.
What I made the mistake by, people did not look at me as a business owner. They looked at me as just a stylist. So proper tax planning really went over my head because my tax preparer did not look at me as a business. They looked at me as a individual that was just doing hair and that's it. Which has caused me very transparent tax debt. Can definitely, and now I'm working to try to get out of that tax debt. And this is a little treacherous, but you know, I have to position myself to be better because of the mistakes that I made. And you know what? I probably should have set the tone of how you should have treated me. But you know, we as people don't ever set that tone or that value because we are afraid to do that and we're afraid to lose people. So that's one of my big mistakes.
Well, let's see, because there's two that are on the dome.
Okay.
However, I'm going to stick with one.
You sure you can do two?
No, I'm going to do one.
Because
this one, like, it's not a mistake.
Okay.
I will say that. But it forced me to rebrand myself and figure out what to do next. Had I done what I was thinking I should have done,
which was
so back when I was in chiropractic school, the first school lost their accreditation. I was in Atlanta, Marietta, living my best life. I really wasn't. I was just going to school and working. I wasn't hanging out in Atlanta like that. However, I thought to myself, well, let's switch gears and either go to apply to medical school for anesthesiology or apply to a dental program.
Really?
And, yes. And because I was one of those people that my dentist even asked me in college, like, what are you gonna do? What are you thinking? I was always one of those people that pulled my own teeth. I've never had any problems. So of course I loved going to the dentist back then. So that was my next option when they lost their accreditation. But instead I went to another school. I transferred to another chiropractic program. And halfway through the program, I was like, I wholeheartedly believe that you should have a chiropractor as one of your healthcare professionals in your life. However, as a profession, halfway through the program, I knew it wasn't for me, but you know how, don't quit, go ahead and finish. And now you have that big student loan bill. So I had to rebrand myself. And luckily I had other options like the field of neurophysiology. And I have the entrepreneurial spirit, so all of the experiences I've gone through has led me to where I am now. So it's not a mistake, but I think I would have been in a different space had I just pivoted back then.
Do you feel that if you would have switched your career then, would you feel like you have let a lot of people down?
Oh, no.
But do you feel like you let yourself down because you didn't do it? In a sense, and it could just be a little bit, baby.
Yeah, as a young person, I should have listened to myself instead of saying, just finish the program. Financially, you don't think about that's a big hit just to finish a program.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to go to school tomorrow. So yeah.
But it does make you think. Like, we as people, we make these mistakes. These life-altering mistakes because sometimes fear, disappointment from friends or family, or not even believing in ourselves. There's been many of times in my life where I knew that. I'll give you a prime example. My mom didn't want me to go to hair school. She wanted me to go off to college, give me a job, and everything like that. That's what she wanted me to do because she didn't look at my profession as a profession. She looked at it as a hobby. And I knew that I needed to make money because I knew at that period of my life it was enough money coming through to suffice where I know I wanted to be and where I wanted to go.
Right.
Now, did I go back and get the degree? Yeah, I did. But now when I think about it, I could have went to Tech,
Right.
where for free.
Mm-hmm.
I could have went to the free 99 and not be looking at this student loan debt every day. Because I'm
It's
still waiting
real.
on Joe, Kamala, whoever. Well, I guess, Donald ain't taking it out, so I'm stuck with it now.
Yeah.
Right here. So I'm just like, there's so many things that I think we take for granted about changing the narrative of where we want to go and where we want to see ourselves as a person and as a culture. And we have to stop fighting those battles. Like, hey, if that's what you want to do,
Yes.
do it. Because only person that's going to be disappointed is you. You let go. And I see so many people, they say, oh, I'm just going to get me a job and do this.
Mm-hmm.
And you work on this job for all these years. What, 30, 40 years to get a bare minimum check that you can't really live off of yourself. Honestly and truly, you get the house that you dream of having because you know you want to have all these kids and his family and stuff like that. And then everybody leaves or they die off. And so you say, oh, I worked hard for this. But you didn't work hard enough for your goals and your dreams of being somebody different. And I think society teaches us how to be complacent in this work world and how to just settle on the things that we need to settle on. Like, yeah, you're basically almost kind of like a doctor, but if you would have went for what you want, you probably would have your own practice by now. You probably would have did this. You probably would have been a little bit grounded, but I think you would have been happy being grounded. Because I know, like, Mel like to travel, y'all. Like, this girl would travel. But I really feel like that traveling comes from, like, I don't want to just be here. But I think if you had something that was worth being here.
Oh, yeah. It's all about, I tell people you can live anywhere.
Right.
As long as your why is big enough and you have a connection to the place and you have happiness and a reason to be there. So, yeah. Agree.
Right. But not where we from. That's not where we from.
I'm so done with you.
There's no reason why we
you gonna
want.
get all kind of comments. Oh gosh.
I am gonna get a lot of comments about that, y'all. So let me go ahead and tell you,
Wait.
I do love where I'm from. Where I'm from did make me, okay, but leaving there matured me, and it allowed me to see something bigger than a racetrack, and a club life or anything like that. Like, it allowed me to know that, hey, there's nothing wrong if you still want to be here. Because guess what? Sometimes people are homebodies. They like the slow pace. I realize I am a fast pace. Like, I want to see like a big, big goal for me. Y'all may think this is crazy. I want to wake up one day with a whole bunch of windows around me. And when I see the sun, I just feel the rage from it, and it just feels so good. And it's to see the lights from the city, like I want that. Okay, like I want that experience for me, at least one time in my life. Like, a lot of people say, "Oh, Jacquard, I know you want you a house." I am not pressed. Okay, I am not. Give me a condo, give me an apartment, a high rise, so I can experience the hustle and bustle at night, and it's just so soothing just to hear the cars driving. Like, people say that's too much. No, y'all. That's peace to me. That's what's peaceful for me. And peaceful to other people is different. Some people like, oh, give me the quiet of the land and the cattle and everything. That's not me. And it's not male either. Maybe sometimes.
Sometimes,
But you like the beach.
My ideal location is oceanfront, leave the doors open so I can hear the rumble of the ocean.
And smell the fresh sea moss.
So yes, I mean that gives me energy. But
Yes.
I will say that the noise you're talking about from the city, the hustle bustle, and it gives you a certain type of energy because it's life. People flourishing, they're moving. You know, it's different. I like that too.
Right. So, what would you say? What is your recharge moment? Like, what do you do to help you recharge?
Oh, I go get massages and I go sit by the ocean, whether it's wintertime, springtime. I'm not a summer person, it's too hot, but I will go do it at night. But those are my two things, like my go-to. I need water. So if I can't get to the ocean, I'll go to a lake. Showers don't count. But I need a body of water, a moving body of water to help me reset, recharge.
So for me, and it's kind of crazy for me, if I really need to recharge, I would like to go to the mountain.
Oh yes, beautiful.
And now, mind you, I'm not a grass like person. I don't like all that stuff, but something about going to the mountains and just seeing all the trees, especially in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
Orange. So orange just brings me a lot of comfort. That's my recharge color, orange. So if I see something, I say, hey, I need to recharge, I have to find something orange, like immediately, so I can just feel the rays and the shine from it, and it brings me a sense of calmness. And I said, hey, whatever's going on, it's gonna be okay. It won't always rain every day, but an orange shiny sunset will come. And I like that. And that's, sometimes you need that. This year, definitely alone. I needed it a lot this year. But yeah, I just really, really like that. I think it was just, I like that you said that you just need to hear the water. And there's something peaceful about hearing water, especially when you're in a high profile career, and you need that downtime because you're always hearing, hey, how's this going? Can you run this report? Or, oh, I gotta take this down, I do this. As in me, like, hey, I need to get my hair, I need to get this treatment, I need to get this done, I need to do this, and this. So sometimes you just wanna hear the nothingness of the world.
But you know what? You made me think about something when you said orange. You know, my favorite time of day is sunrise. And that helps recharge too. Seeing the presence of a new day is like a gift. Every day you open your eyes to sunrise, and it's like a gift to, you know, start anew.
It just gives you that, okay. Like it makes you feel like, oh, I got this. Like I really got this for real. Because sometimes you don't feel like you got it. Sometimes you feel like, I don't know where I'm coming from. Like, I don't know where I'm going. Like, I don't even know if this is good for me, but I'm just gonna go with the flow. Like, when I started this channel, I didn't have a plan for it. Still don't have a plan for it. I just knew I wanted to talk to people. I wanted to get some insight. You know, first, I want to ask you your career path and where you at, but then I want to get to know you. I want to talk to you like, hey, like you're my best friend, and I'm your best friend, and really kind of home in on the things, because we are helping people heal. We are helping people look at stuff from a different perspective. And I think sometimes we get so stuck on the American dream of how we should be. So now that we have to unlearn that to become whoever we're becoming today. And I just want to say that I appreciate you for coming on my channel and talking and expressing yourself and being vulnerable, because you know sometimes being vulnerable on the camera is very, very it can be hard sometimes.
Yes.
But I appreciate you, and to my followers, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And all I ask for you to like, comment, share, please tag somebody in here, send this to somebody, because I want to bring more information to y'all. I want to be this light for you. Feel free to always send me questions. And with that being said, if nobody else didn't tell you today, I'm proud of you. I'm rooting for you. I think that not only are you an amazing person, but you got this. And to y'all, never feel less than. And I want Mel to leave y'all with one positive thing.
Oh, goodness.
And we're gonna be out so we can finish up what we got going on.
Don't be afraid to start over. That's my positive thing. Like, do what's best for you. Get to know yourself. And be selfish about yourself.
Ooh.
Meaning, it's okay to say no. It's okay to say, I'm working on myself, or I can't do this. Just be selfish about yourself so that you can be a better you for the people that you're supposed to support in your life. That's my message.
And with that being said, we love you, and we'll catch you later.